coach said it Saturday night it's going to be a tough pre-season. Have you heard about that? Do you know what that's about?
I think all pre-seasons are pretty tough, and any player or coach that was sitting there Saturday night, I don't think anyone was surprised by that.
You seem to say that you didn't work hard enough last season. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think I agree with most things that Ross says. I think any football club, look, we want to be a high-performing team, and Ross's key word was uncompromising, and you're either doing one of two things: you're either growing or you're in decline, and we expect players to challenge themselves and challenge each other continually. So, we agree with Ross's sentiments, and we need to demand more from each other going forward.
What can the players expect today and over pre-season?
Look, over the next week, everyone's coming back. Over the break, they've all gone away with programs, and we expect them to adhere to those programs, and there'll be a lot of testing. But pre-seasons are always challenging, they're always demanding.
Are you going to warm them into it a little bit, or is it just get out there and go?
I don't think you really need to warm players into pre-seasons these days, because their programs are so, there's no such thing as an off-season. They're always continually going and working hard. So, but like anything, if we want a group of hardcore AFL footballers, and to get that you need to be uncompromising and demanding.
Are you trying anything new this pre-season?
Look, amongst the coaching group, we're discussing a few things at the moment, and Ross has mentioned tinkering with the game plan as well, so we'll see.
A lot of running as well?
There's always a lot of running. But you can see some of these players come into the system. It's exciting to see come November. We'll have a group of new draftees come in, and you look at way back November 2009, Nat Fyfe walked in, and since that time he's put on 17 kilos. So somebody even like Nat Fyfe, we expect him to grow, and he's still got room to develop as well.
It's obviously mental as well. Is it about kind of pushing those mental boundaries as well as the physical?
Yeah, it is. And look, they can be long and they can be hard, but come into the season, we worked very, very hard to become top four, and to go out in straight sets, it doesn't sit well in anyone's stomach, really.
You expect a lot of players coming back, but anyone pleasantly surprised you with how big they are or anything?
We've only just really come through the doors ourselves, so throughout the course of the week we'll have a good look at them, and particularly with the first 4 years who are here this week, we're constantly trying to put weight on those players, and even seeing Sean Hurley come into the system from County Kildare, and he's 196 centimetres and 93 kilos, he can really run, but we've got to teach him the game and make sure he slaps on plenty of sunscreen.
Michael Walters, so he kitted up, went out, had a little bit of a kick and a bit of a chat. Encouraging to see him sort of back.
It's interesting. We were back last week, and a lot of players. Yep.
Straight down there.
Yep. Last week, we saw a lot of players coming through the doors, and I think all of them are, really understand the obligations of being an AFL footballer, and they're here to work and here to work hard.
Yeah, and Sonny particularly, given he just got right at the end of last season, you expect a big year from him?
Yeah, look, Michael Walters, he's one that is obviously he's a real professional. He's become a great leader at the club as well. So, he's one that all of us hold him in really high regard, and he's one of the premier small forwards in the competition.
How are the guys going in rehab? The Max Duffy's obviously got a shoulder, he's on out there today. Yep. How are the boys progressing with it?
Look, we've actually got a small rehab group, so which is always, I think you can set your seasons up on really good pre-season, so it's great to have such a large group of players that are out there.
And of these first 4 year players, Ross talked about growth, particularly out of the second and third year players last year. Who are the guys you expect to really take another step this season?
I think you could see towards the latter part of this season, you saw your Max Duffy and Hayden Crozier and Tom Sheridan, those type of players really starting to come on. So we expect growth from every player on the list, and as I said, you're going one of two ways: you're either growing or you're in decline. So that's our job as coaches, to steer them the right way and hold them to account.
And you're obviously looking forward to the draft. Is it a case of best available, or are you looking for a particular?
Yeah, obviously I don't sit on list management committee, and they've obviously behind closed doors at the moment working away, and I think they've always spoken about having the best players available, and that player, they've got their order of picks, and that's who will go.
You probably heard a little bit about the draft, just obviously been around the club, and I know the the man in charge of the draft is pretty close to you. Is this the kind of draft where there's such a depth of talent you might be able to sort of pick for positions you need and that kind of thing?
Possibly, but we constantly get told let the cobblers do the cobbling, and so everyone's very, very clear as to whose role is what within the football club, and that's the way it is. So we'll just wait to see who walks through the door, and we'll ring the players up when they're drafted, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And a couple of guys, most of them are out here today, but can you just let us know what a few are dealing with? So it's I think Lockie Neal, Cam Sutcliffe, and Duffy's obviously his shoulder. Lockie Neal's had a minor procedure on his knee, and he's fine. He's come back. I was speaking to him before, and he's in great shape for somebody that hasn't done the bulk of the work, but he'll be fine. Amongst the group, the rehabbers now, they generally come back pretty quickly as well because they've got some big programs. Yeah, and Cam Sutcliffe obviously surprised a little outside the club, being in the top 10. When do you expect him to be back on the track? Yeah,
look, he did surprise a lot from outside the club, but from within the club, he didn't surprise many. And Cam's a fairly durable player, and it won't take him to be. He'll be back within the program before too long.
And what was his issue?
Yeah, so in regards to Cam, I'm not entirely sure what his issue was, but Cam's we're managing, constantly managing Cam's feet and lower limbs. So really, we've just got to make sure that we look after Cam, and it's a long season.